What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. To focus in on the Detroit Red Wings and Mike Babcock. Actually, it's the Detroit Red Wings in general, but specifically Babcock's contract extension. It's going to happen. I think there's no reason to worry about it. He wants to stay. The Red Wings want to pay him. And for Babcock, why would you want to leave that situation? I think they're one of the best run organizations in hockey, if not the best run organization in hockey. They're absolutely class personified from the coaches down to Kenny Holland, Coach Babcock, and obviously the players on the ice. They have the best record in the Atlantic Division, which is ironic considering Detroit's nowhere near the Atlantic Division. Nowhere near the Atlantic. I know it's Midwest. Second best record in the NHL. Best record in the Eastern Conference too, for that matter. Just 3 points behind Anaheim with a game in hand. So, they're playing some great hockey. They got some interesting parts. They got the older guys. The Franzens, the Zetterbergs, the Datsuks. But the youth with the Gustav Nyquist and they had Thomas Tatar. Guys like that have really stepped up and taken on some big time minutes. And you've seen Justin Abdelkader kind of widen his offensive role. And you're seeing defensemen like Danny Takais are going to start eating up more minutes than they had in the past. So again, I like the direction this team's headed. I think they've got the veteran leadership with the youthful enthusiasm and talent. Plus Stephen Weiss's having 10 points in 10 games this season. Who would have thought that? After the kind of debacle that last season was and the start of the season was. He's playing the best hockey he's played since he left Florida. I'd say the best hockey he's played since that 2012 playoff series against the Devils. That last year in Florida he was banged up, and then the first year in Detroit was hurt and ineffective, and then most of the first part of the season was hurt and ineffective, and now he's healthy and effective. So that's obviously a huge positive for the Wings. Getting some productivity out of him. Looking at guys like again the youth movement with Thomas Yurko, with Riley Sheehan, and just having those guys produce and step up has been a big reason for the team's success. They've drafted well over the years. I think 18 of their 20 roster players are all draft picks, and a couple undrafted free agents in there as well. But they're doing what they got to do, and that's just they win. All they do is win. They've got an over 2-decade-long playoff streak, the longest in North American sports, and that's not going to end anytime soon. Given just how well they're playing and how well the front office and the management staff is putting quality players, in the organization via the draft, via undrafted free agent stuff like that. It's scouting and being ahead of the curve, and they've done that to a T better than any team in hockey has. So, I think you look at what they've accomplished over the last couple of decades and what they're going to accomplish going forward. This crew, I think you'd be foolish to count them out as Eastern Conference contenders because again they've got depth, they've got youth. Jimmy Howard's having an amazing start to the season, and you know what? They're only going to get better. And Mike Babcock's going to sign that extension. He's not worried about it. The Wings aren't worried about it. It's going to happen. It's going to materialize. There's absolutely no reason for either party to leave the other one. And I know it sounds kind of. I'm kind of parroting what everyone else is saying about it. That's just the reality of the situation with Detroit. They're a great organization, and if you have the ability to coach there and coach such high-end players, and have such a great system that allows you to win so many games every year, why would you want to leave? But that's just my understanding of the situation. Anyway, that's on episode of the Power Play with CJ on Mike Babcock's contract on the Detroit Red Wings. Strong play. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.